good afternoon, or good evening. I appreciate them giving me a little bit of time, and we were just finishing up getting the plane ticket. David and Becky Gates invited me back in 2011. I knew them in '83. When we went down to Peru with them, and they asked me to go to Bolivia. This is August 6th, like our July 4 is, and we made lots of bread and passed out all kinds of free bread. Well, when I got there, this was what it looked like, the bakery building. But the parents helped stack the bricks, and the walls finally went up a little bit. I was there for 2 months, August and September. But this is kind of what it looked like. So they said, go ahead and go to Familia Feliz Rurinabaki to help them. And so I traveled that world's most dangerous road. But the Lord kept reminding me about that green cord, you know that green cord faith, that vision. Really nice school, and I met the other volunteers and helped them to learn to make bread. And I had little helpers too. They loved throwing flour around. And we had this oven. Chad helped me build this. We built this cooling rack because we didn't have any place to put the stuff. And always little helpers, they loved it. But what touched my heart was Ed when he came one evening with his mom in the shadows, and I fell in love with him because I was treating his chichiu every night. And I wasn't a house parent, but after praying and visiting with him most nights, evenings, for just even if a few minutes, and all the other little children would say, chichiu, chichiu. They'd point to their little thing and want a Band-Aid and triple antibiotic ointment, but I almost wanted to adopt him. But they called me back to Coyana, and by this time the roof was on. And Coyana in the Altiplano is very rural, rustic, tranquil life. This is the town up above it, and it has lots of animals. And the little sheep, there's lots of sheep, llamas, alpacas, and that's what makes it tranquil. It's a country life. It's not all jungles and snakes and spiders and mosquitoes. It's got nice people up there. So back to Coyana, I started doing a little bit of impromptu teaching them making bread, and they loved to help, although we didn't have all the super facilities yet, because this is in the old kitchen. Milton's a really good learner. He really liked to help, and they're always one to help the oven. There's one of them that just wants to play with the oven mitts and help. And we pass it out during recreo. We even made sweet rolls. But the main reason is so they can have the Sunday market there and sell it, and the girls can sell it and help the school and help their time there. And we even got asked to make a birthday cake. and Ebony helped me decorate it, and they liked it. Well, finally in June, the beginning of June, they carried in 800 bags of plaster cement and started in plastering the inside of the cafeteria part. And guess what? They even have hot water. They just installed that. And the students are real happy about that. But I want to teach them principles of truth, obedience, honor, integrity, and purity. Not just how to make bread. And that's from Spirit of Prophecy there. Of course, you'll recognize that. Because in bread making, there's even in the technical stuff, there's spiritual lessons. And they have two sections of students, the primary in the morning and the secondary in the afternoon. And they're always asking, Pon, where's Pon? But I've made friends there, and it's home now. This is the church, and in fact, it's the second Seventh-day Adventist church in the country of Bolivia. Last year, we had our 90-year anniversary. And so this is what we need. We need to finish the building. In fact, they want to make a second story up above for housing for more volunteers. But of course, we need the mixer and the oven. And I came in faith. This is Faith Camp, right? I came in faith that I'd get back. So this is an example of the mixer we'll need. And we'll need a device to help make little balls of dough so we don't have to spend all day dividing it. And this is the director and I. Last Friday, after sharing pictures, we hugged each other and cried. Because he said, you got to come back for August 6th this year. And this year, we're not going to give it away. We're going to sell it. And the amazing thing, how the Lord worked it out, we had communion that last Sabbath I was there. I get back to the States. We had communion at my home church. Just like last year when I went to India, we had communion. And like I said, it's home now. But you know what? I can't say what Jesus did in John 17. He could say, I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. I've only been there 1 year. I've got 2 more years to go. And I claim this promise. Someone shared this with me. I claim this promise that I'll get back there. That he will keep me. He kept me. All the little miracles of helping with a minibus and all the little, it's like I said, an hour worth, but I know God got me there and arranged for me to get a flight here so I could be to Faith Camp. And that's Koyana. And I want to go back home to help to do finish. That was one morning last year, an early morning, foggy morning. The sun came through and it looked like a rainbow, except it was fog. So we need, like everybody's been emphasizing, long term, not just 3, 6, 4 months. We need long-term people, a year, 2 years. I'm just really a baby still. 1 year, all these other people, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, 20 years. So I love Becky and David and thank them for inviting me to go help with their projects and the faith camps that I've been to. That let's get people out there working. It's not time to live the American dream Adventist style. It's time to get out in the mission field. Thank you. Praise the Lord.